On the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This taken in at the goal line. And a big hit there on the opening kickoff, and that might set the tone for what could be a physical game. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. This defense for the Jags, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket. And
right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Looking to throw McCarthy. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a fourth down situation. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Rodgers now on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Kelce, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got it.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Raheem Mostert, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2nd down and 4. Once again, it's Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He completes it to Hunter. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A handoff running left is Mostert. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. You look at this Colt defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On play action, Rodgers. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short, so they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down. They run for it with Bigsby. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Pressure comes, and the Jags block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And they'll wind up taking over in plus territory at the 40-yard line. And we can start to see that developing from up here. He came off the punter's right side. He got in there quickly.
He did, and so the question's going to be, did you hang in there long enough on the edge to block? In college, what you try and do is shove him out of his path, and then you take off running downfield because you're allowed to. In the pros, you can't release in the interior.
It got his man, complete. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, 40 yards. And the Jaguars take the block punt and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the... There he goes, left side. Inside the 20, Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jacoby Myers, 75 yards. And the Colts get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Flushed out right. Now look out, Rodgers. Lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Roquan Smith able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, how you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just saved those calls for this possession instead.
To the air with McCarthy. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Pacheco headed right. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. McCarthy to throw on 2nd down. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5. Now a first carry here for the running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process. McCarthy operating from the gun. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Pacheco is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jacoby Myers with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Flush to his right. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his 1st carry of the game.
On play action, now Rodgers. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
It's 3rd and 15.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this 2nd half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Rodgers now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Rodgers' throw here complete to Kelsey. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. An audible here to get a new look. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Thomas, the man in motion left. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. Down the left sideline, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Brian Thomas, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as he'll take this forward to the 27.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Into space at the 45. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. And give him a gain of 37. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Now McCarthy throwing on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On first down, McCarthy. Escaping the pressure right. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. A run by Pacheco on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And a quick throw here that's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So now from half the distance closer, here's first and goal. Here's Pacheco. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Isaiah Pacheco, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here for... He's got a man, complete. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Jaguars. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jaguars are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Josh Hines-Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. Thank goodness, that means this next drive is going to begin first and goal already at the 5-yard line. Here's Mostert. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a stop. And he will fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
Point after here coming up. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing is McCarthy. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. McCarthy to throw on 1st and 10. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. On play action, McCarthy. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Here's McCarthy. Open man right side, Myers. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces.